Imagine waking up tomorrow morning and discovering something impossible has happened. Every single one of your thoughts in your head appears above you, like subtitles. Not just the thoughts you're proud of, but every thought. The awkward ones, the random ones, the ones that make absolutely no sense. You sit up in bed, and above your head it says, "Do I really have to go to school today?" Then you walk downstairs, and above your parents' heads are their own thoughts too. "I really need another cup of coffee. Did I remember to send that email?" And then you get to school, and suddenly everyone has subtitles. The student who always seems confident and put together. "I really hope everything is fine at home." And the kid sitting next to them. "If I stare at the question long enough, will the answer appear?" And suddenly nobody seems to be as put together as they did yesterday. Because for the first time, you discover something that was always there. And that's a hidden world inside everyone's minds. At first, this sounds funny, and honestly, it would be. But I feel like it will reveal something important. We spent so much of our lives judging people based on what we can see, but we're forgetting everything we can't. Because the human mind is constantly working. We replay moments, we overanalyze things, and we imagine conversations that never happen. Sometimes we're physically in one place, but mentally somewhere completely different. Yet, from the outside, nobody can see any of it. And because we can't see, we make assumptions. We assume the confident person is always confident. We assume everyone has everything put together. Because I've experienced this assumption myself. People often tell me that I seem calm, confident, and like to have everything under control. But what they don't see are the thousands of thoughts running behind them. The moments when I overthink, the moments when I question myself, the moments when I get nervous before speaking in front of a group of people. I remember standing backstage at my Year 6 graduation. I had been chosen to give a speech on the behalf of the entire year level. No pressure, just a few hundreds of parents, teachers, students staring at me while I try to remember 5 minutes worth of words. But that wasn't what I was most worried for. Earlier that year, I had made a bet with my Year 6 teacher. Now, this teacher wasn't a very sentimental person. He was one of those people who never cried, ever. So naturally, I decided to make him cry. Happy tears, just to be clear, in a heartwarming graduation speech kind of way. I had told him that my speech would be so touching, so moving, so life-changing that he would be brought to tears. And if I succeeded, he would give me his house. Yes, we have a house on the line. Looking back, I wasn't entirely sure why he agreed to the deal, or why I thought I had a realistic chance of becoming a homeowner at 11 years old. But at that time, it felt like a solid plan. So there I was, standing backstage, not only trying to remember my speech, but also trying to secure a piece of real estate. And for those who are wondering, I did not end up winning the house. From the outside, I probably looked fine, but inside my mind was racing. And that's the point. People can see our actions, but they can't see the thousands of thoughts running behind them. If thoughts were visible, one of the biggest illusions in society would disappear, which is the idea that everyone is doing much better than we are. Because beneath all the different personalities and appearances, most people are asking the same questions. Do people like me? Am I good enough? What if I fail? The details change, but the feeling doesn't. Look around the room. At first glance, it's just people listening to a TED Talk, although at least one person is probably thinking about what they're going to eat for dinner. Every person is carrying something invisible. Worries, pressure, questions, doubts. And that's why people often feel alone. Not because they're different, but because they're carrying something nobody can see. Because we see confidence, but not insecurity. Success, but not self-doubt. Laughter, and not loneliness. And that's an unfair comparison, because every single person is carrying an entire world inside their heads. So, if there's one thing I hope you can carry from today, it's this. The people around you are carrying far more than what you can see. The friend sitting next to you, the teacher standing at the front of the class, the stranger you walk past without noticing. Every single one of them is carrying something invisible. But because we can't see any of it, it's easy to judge. It's easy to assume. It's easy to think we know someone's entire story when we've only seen a single page of it. But what if we're slower to judge and quicker to understand? Because the people who seem the strongest may be carrying battles we know nothing about. You'll never fully get to know what someone is carrying, but you can choose to remember they're carrying something. Because everyone is fighting battles, carrying stories, living a life you don't know about. And because we don't know, it's easy to judge. And sometimes remembering that is enough to change the way you treat them forever. Thank you.